Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Ki Sisa. Today we're going to try to answer two questions. The first question is, was there a time that Jewish men wore earrings? And the second question is, why did Moshe Rabeinu, who was so smart, have to go up for a second 40 days to learn the Torah? Didn't he learn the Torah the first 40 days? Why did he need a full 40 days for a repeat? So the first question we're going to answer based on Rav Schwab Zatzal in Ma'ayan Beis Hashoeva. So at the time of the Chet HaEgel, or when it was about to happen, the Jews were worried Moshe Rabeinu did not come back on time. They didn't know what happened to him. They saw an image that made it appear like he was dead, and they asked Aaron to help them have a new God, a new leader. So Aaron, seeing that they had killed Hur, and if they had killed a prophet and a Kohen, which he was, or a Kohen Gadol, then on the same day, then the Jews would be exiled. He didn't want that to happen. So for a stalling tactic, he asked them to take the jewelry from their children and from their wives, and take their earrings, nizmei hazav asher baznehem, the golden earrings that were in their ears, and the women actually objected, but the men were forceful, and they gave not only from the wives and children, but they also took off their own earrings. Now we have a rule that men should not wear the same clothing as women, so and earrings are considered a woman's clothing. So why were men wearing earrings? So Rav Schwab brilliantly says that we could say perhaps that just like when an Eved stays for the second 6 years, I love my master, he gets his ear pierced with an awl because why the ear? And we've discussed this in a previous short Vort, because the ear that heard Lo Signov at Matan Torah, so therefore that ear that didn't listen is punished. But correspondingly, there was an ear that heard the first two of the Seres Dibros. That was Anochi and Lo Yeh Lecha, that I am God and there should be no other God for you. So that was something so great that deserved a jewelry as a commemoration for the high level that they were on to hear those two mitzvahs. So that's why men actually wore earrings. However, since they sinned, Moshe later on says later in Pireki Torah that Chatasem chata gedola, you sinned a great sin. Why was this a gedola? Why was it a great sin? Because not only did you sin with an egel azav, but you violated one of those mitzvahs that you actually heard directly in Matan Torah, lo yeh lecha elokim acharim, and you violated that, and therefore they were punished regarding their jewelry. The second Vart Torah is if Moshe, why was Moshe, who was so smart, why would he need the second 40 days to relearn the Torah? He already learned it, didn't he retain it? So the Torah says, Rav Gifter in Pireki Torah says that the Torah is such a high level we can't understand it. And there's different levels of Torah. The first Torah the Jews were taught by Moshe Rabeinu, that took 40 days, that was on a high level. But now that they sinned, they were no longer meriting this high level. They had to be taught on a lower level, the Torah. And this Torah took 40 days to learn this specific level of Torah on a lower level to make sure that Moshe taught only on the corresponding appropriate level for them. It wasn't a deficiency in Moshe, but it corresponded to the lower level of the Bnei Israel, and therefore they needed a second type of learning of Torah. So there you have two things related to the Egel Azav that men did at one point wear earrings, or so it seems, and that also because of the sin, not only did they lose those earrings, but they were only able to attain a lower level of Torah. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos.